Basic math skills can be a major problem when it comes to administration of drugs by nurses. When there's an error in calculation, there's going to be an error in administration. And when there's an error in administration, there's going to be a problem. Is it that the patient is having more than expected or less than expected of a particular medication? Good day everyone, and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room YouTube channel. My name is Mercy Mary, popularly known as a nurse with the difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for students. I have been getting a lot of requests from my students. My DM is filled up. Nurse Mercy Mary, can you please make a video on calculations in pharmacology? Can you please do some calculations in pharmacology for us? How do I calculate infusion flow rate? Finally, the video is now. Finally, we are making the video. So if you're having difficulties and challenges making some basic calculations in pharmacology as a nurse, this video is for you. So you have to stay tuned to the end. But before we go into details in our class, if you are new on our YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button. Please, just do it. Please click on the subscribe button. Please just like. Please drop a comment. Thank you very much. Let's go there. Alright, welcome back. Like I earlier said, today we're going to be talking about pharmacological calculations, pharmacology and calculations, that is mathematics in pharmacology. Like I earlier said from the introduction, I said that a mistake or an error in a calculation can lead to an error when it comes to administration of the drugs. So that is why as nurses you have to learn how to calculate properly. You get? So that is what we are going to be doing today. It's really very easy. All you have to do is to stay focused. Is that how to dance? All you have to do is to stay focused to get the full details of this class so you can apply it in exams and also in the world as a nurse. So the first one we're going to be dealing with today is the part A part, which is how to calculate the rate of infusion per minute. How to calculate what? The rate of infusion. Like I earlier said, remain focused. So I'll be reading a question. It says 500 mils of dextrose in saline, that we generally call dextrose saline. 500 mils of dextrose in saline is to be given for 4 hours. It's to be given for how many hours? It's to be given for 4 hours. The intravenous set delivers at 15 drops per minute. Calculate the rate of infusion per minute. This drip is to go for how many hours? Is to go for 4 hours. Like in my secondary school days, to solve a mathematical question, you have to bring out what is given. Could be the variable, the constant. You have to bring out the figures that is given. So let us find out what is given. From this question, 500 mils of dextrose in saline was given. 500 mils. Let's say the volume equals what? 500 mils was given. Time was given. Time is what? 4 hours. Then they said the intravenous set delivers 15 drops per mil. That is that's the constant. That's what? That is the constant. So K is the constant and K is what? 15 drops per mil. Do you get now? So calculate the rate of infusion per minute. This is the formula I use, and I believe most of us also use the formula. So the rate of infusion is equals to the volume that is given all over the time taken multiplied by the constant. So when you see a question asking you to calculate the rate of infusion, check what is given. What did they give you? That is what you have to check first. They are expecting you to calculate the rate of infusion. So the volume that was given is what? 500 mils. So it's now be 500 mils divided by the time taken, which is what? 4 hours. 4 hours. But before I continue, you see that they said calculate the rate of infusion per minute. They did not say calculate the rate of infusion per hour. That means we have to convert this 4 hours to what? To minutes. And how do we do that? We simply convert that 4 hours to minutes by multiplying by 60. Remember, in our primary school they taught us 60 seconds make 1 minute, 60 minutes make 1 hour, right? So 4 hours is going to be what? 4 times 60 to get the amount in minutes. So we have multiply by 60. That's the time, because they told us in minutes. If it was an hour now, we'll just leave it at 4. Multiply by the constant, which is what? 15. Multiplied by 15. Do you get it now? So that is what we have. So your rate is equal to 500 multiplied by 15 over 4 multiplied by 60. For those that can do mathematics very well, let's do it together. 15 multiplied by 0, 0. 15 multiplied by 0, 0. 15 multiplied by 5, that's 75. That's 7,500 divided by 4 multiplied by 0, 0. 4 multiplied by 6, 24. That's 240, right? So we have 7,500 divided by 240. So when you divide this, take away this. And if you check very well, 750 divided by 24, I think that should be equal to 31.25. Please check. If it's not correct, use your calculator. So I think that should be the answer, 31.25. So your rate is going to be what? 31.25 drop per minute. Do you understand now? So they are asking you to calculate the rate of infusion per minute. So this is the formula you use when you see a question like this. First of all, the volume. Second of all, the time multiplied by 60. Do you get now? So you bring it here. Volume 500 divided by the time 4 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 15. So you get 500 multiplied by 15 over 4 times 60. This time this is 7,500. This multiplied by this is 240. So when you divide, you get 31.25 drop per minute. So that is simply how to calculate the rate of infusion per minute. So somebody was confused. They said that half percent, is it half liter dextrose? Yes, half liter of dextrose. Half liter of dextrose is 500 mils. Take note. They might just put half liter of dextrosaline. They are trying to check your brain. So half liter of dextrosaline is 500 mils. Conversion, liters and milliliter. So half liter of what? Half liter of dextrosaline is 500 ml. In case you get a question like that, just take note of the volume, take note of the time, then take note of the constant. If the constant is not given, you can put in your question that you are using constant as 15 for your calculation. I hope this particular one is clear now, so you can calculate the rate of infusion per minute. Can you? Yes or no? Drop on the comment section. So we are going to be going to the part B. Part B, that's, yeah, part B calculation. What is that all about? Alright, let's talk about the part B calculation. What does it entail? But before I go into details in this part B calculation, I think as student nurses we should get used to the metric table. The metric table that talks about conversion scales. But I have three important ones here that you should take note of, which is common. 1000 microgram equal 1 milligram. 1000 gram equals 1 kilogram. Then 1000 milligram equals 1 gram. Because to actually get your facts right, there are some instances you have to convert. You have to ensure that all the volumes, they are in the same units. All the heights, they are in the same units. All the weights are in the same units. You can have one volume talking about milligram, the other is talking about microgram, and you are using them to calculate. You are never going to get the right answer, and that can lead to error when it comes to what? Drug administration. So this particular one is actually going to be explaining in situations where the particular apple, the particular amount you need is not available, but there's a substitute for it and you are asked to do it. For example, the one we have on the board, it says a day is to be given 250 milligram of drug X. We don't know drug X, but we know that a day is to be given what? 250 milligram of drug X intramuscularly, that's IM, straight. A vial of drug X contains 1 gram in 5 mils. How many mils of this drug X will be administered to a day? How many mils of this drug X will be administered to a day? First of all, look at the difference. What you are expected to give is a milligram. You get? But what is available is in gram. So remember, you have to convert. Let's leave that aside. But in terms of calculating something like this, there is a simple formula I use. It is what I want to give. What I want to give over what is available multiply by the volume. That's what it is in. Remember those apples, for those that know about apples of drugs, you can see the words on the screen now. You can see they will tell you 40 milligram in 2 mil. It simply means that 2 mils is in that apple, but it's 40 milligram of that particular drugs. I don't want to confuse anybody, but just take note of the fact that when calculating things like this, that's the amount of drugs to give in this particular situations, you take note of what I want to give. Don't mind English, what I want to give over what is available. What is available multiply by what it is in. What this drugs it's in, or multiply by, should I say, okay, what it is in, what it is in. I will break it down, don't just worry. What I want to give, that's what is prescribed by the doctor. You get? That's what I want to give over what is available. Okay, what did they say is available? Since what is prescribed by the doctor is not available, multiply by what is in it. Do you get now? So a day is to be given 250 milligram of drug X. That is what I want to give, right? You write it down. 250 over what is available of drug X intramuscularly. A vial, that's what's available now. A vial of drug S contains 1 gram in 5 mils. That means what is available is 1 gram. I want to give 250 milligram, but what is available is what? Is 1 gram. So what is available is 1 gram. I'll put 1 gram here. Why I'm not writing the 1 gram here is that this one is in mg, milligram, while this one is in a gram. So I have to convert this gram to milligram, which is 1000 over 1000 multiplied by 5 mils. That's what it is in 5 mils. Please don't get it confused. Take note of the fact that what I want to give, that's what is prescribed, is 250 mils over what is available. What is available is 1 gram, and we cannot use 1 gram. We have to convert that gram to milligram, which is 1000 divided by 1000 multiplied by the mils in which these drugs is 5 mils. So you get 250 multiplied by 5 over 1000. Alright, now let's calculate mathematically. 5 multiplied by 0, that's 0. 5 times 5, that's 25. Put down 5, we carry 2, right? Then 5 times 10 is 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 2 we carry is 12. 1250 divided by 1000. So this take away this, so it's now 100 against this. Then you have, when you divide 125 by 100, you get 1.25. So how many mils of these drugs that will be administered is 1.25 mils. Do we understand? There's something I really want us to understand. Just know the formula. Whenever you are asked what meals are you to give, since what you want is not available, what you have to do is what I want to give, which is what is prescribed, the amount that is prescribed, all over what is available. What is available was what? Was 1 gram, which when converted is 1000 milligram, multiplied by what it is in, which is it is in what? In 5 mils. They will tell you 1 gram in 5 mils, 20 gram in 5 mils, 20 gram in 6 mils. That's why I said what it is in. Are you not getting it now? So it's now what I want over what is available multiplied by what it is in. Simple. So when you use this formula, you will be able to get your answer and you will be able to thank me later. Then also some students, they just rush into calculation without checking. Is it in milligram? Are the two figures in milligram? You can say this one is in milligram and this one is in gram. You have to convert. That's one thing you should take note of. You don't just go like that and start calculating. You have to check. When you see microgram is mcg, microgram. So don't mistake microgram for milligram. Milligram is mg, then gram is g. So make sure you convert. I'm begging. So in a situation where you have to calculate, this one is milligram and this one is gram, convert. But if both of them they are milligram, say go babe, leave it like that. I don't know if you are getting this. Is it really clear? Remember, what I want to give, that's what is prescribed, over what is available multiplied by what it is in. Then you get your answer correctly. You get? But sometimes the question they say show your workings. Just show them this working. Then also remember to tell them that you converted the milligram. 1000 milligram equals 1 gram. That was why your 1000 came about. Do you get? So we'll be solving more questions. Now I'm going to be solving should I say part 3 or part C calculation now. So stay tuned. Alright, this is the last question I will be personally analyzing today. Sometimes before I used to think, oh, there's no formula to most pharmacology because different questions, they are coming in a different funny way. But one thing you should notice that once you know what you want to give, that's what is being prescribed, remember to divide it by what? Remember to divide it by what is available and multiply it by what it is in. You get? So let's try this question with our formula and see if it's going to work out. You get? It says an apple, you see that apple on the board, an apple of chloroquine phosphate contains 5 ml. That's an apple, it contains what? 5 ml and is labeled 40 milligram per ml. Think about this question. The apple is labeled what? 5 ml, but it is the apple contains 5 ml and it is labeled 40 milligram per ml. If a prescription of 100 milligram is to be given, how much chloroquine phosphate will you give? If you notice, everything is on milligram, so there is no need for conversion, it's already there. But something is happening, so you don't get confused. The full apple is 5 ml, but inside that apple, that's that injection, that apple that you have seen, apple of injection, 40 milligram equals 1 ml. So that's where we are going to be having some confusion, so you can't go straight to solve. So they said that 40 milligram equals 1 ml. So every 1 ml in that apple, in this 5 ml apple, there's 40 milligram. Every 40 milligram in this 5 ml is every 40 milligram in that apple is 1 ml. And now the full apple contains 5 ml. So how many milligram now? How many milligram do we have in this 5 ml apple? Because they said the full apple that is available is what? It's 5 ml, right? But inside that apple, 40 milligram is 4 ml. So we are now going to find out how many milligram is inside this 5 ml. So let's just put x. So to get this x, let's assume it's the milligram now. You now get 40 multiplied by 5, which is equals to 200 milligram. So that means that 5 ml apple is 200 milligram that's inside. That 5 ml apple is what? It is 200 milligram that is inside. Because it is 5 ml, but it was labeled 40 milligram per ml. So it's now 200 milligram per 5 ml. That means that 5 ml apple you are seeing is 200 milligram that's inside. So now let's go back to our formula. to calculate what? How much chloroquine phosphate I'm going to give. So it's going to be what is prescribed. 100 milligram is prescribed, right? 100 divided by what is available. So it is 200 milligram in what? In 5 ml. So that like 200 milligram multiplied by what? 5. Is it making sense? So it's equal to 5 times this, that's 500 divided by 200. This we strike out this we strike out this. 5 divided by 2 is 2 points, that's 24, remaining 10. Okay, wait, it's mathematics. 2, 4, 2 remainder 1, that's 1, add 0, 2.5. It's 2.5, yes. So you are giving 2.5 mils. Is it clear? So that is how simple your calculation could be. Just ensure that you read the question correctly. Ensure that, okay, is there any calculation? Is there any way I can convert? Am I going to convert in this particular question? Yes or no? Also take note of that too. That will go a long way to help. Thank you very much for watching our video. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to drop a comment if this video was helpful. Before I go, for those that have not registered for our classes on Telegram, you have been missing a lot. All you have to do is to send a message to the WhatsApp number on your screen so you can have access to all our voice notes on cardiovascular, respiratory, how to write care plan, management, different areas of nursing. There are different voice notes prepared to make learning easy and accessible for you. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead. Please share, please comment, please like. Bye.